sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds.
There it goes, elect again. He's not going to gather all Israel. He's going to gather the elect.
The strangers of their salvation.
That's it, from the four winds. America going to be the main place where anywhere the elect is situated on the planet, they're going to be beamed up because these ships are going to cover the whole planet, man.
Yeah.
And see, people don't really take us seriously and look at this and consider it, Jake. You know why? Because it's so far-fetched.
Right.
You know?
Well, like the scriptures say, the strangers of their salvation.
Yep.
Okay, but if there are craft, there are beings.
Okay, people have asked me about, I call them vehicles, okay?
Right.
Now, I did not call them objects. That was too neuter for me.
Okay.
I had a Stanford professor said you ought to call them objects. No. They have all of the qualities of a vehicle. They can move. You know, they're just like a missile or anything like that. So that much we can say about them, for sure.
Okay.
So I'm calling it a vehicle.
Okay.
Okay, somebody comes along and says, well, now where would you manufacture one that's 2.5 Earth lengths long? Well, now where would you manufacture one that's 2.5 Earth lengths long?
Because these ships are going to cover the whole planet, man. Because these ships are going to cover the whole planet, man.
Well, now where would you manufacture one that's 2.5 Earth lengths long?
This image was released by the Brasilia Planetarium recently and seems to show a massive disc-shaped object stationed above the Earth. The disk is estimated to be around 3,000 to 5,000 miles in diameter. If you look at the bottom left of the image, you can see a cloud formation passing over the top of the anomaly. This indicates that the object is not a projection onto the Earth. We have no idea what this object is.
Over 2 hours had passed in these frames here, in this object, which is huge, showing up. Take a zoom in look. And you can see that it's the same circular object that just grows bigger with intensity and then disappears. So you have a huge object that shows up here. Huge. I'd say larger than Earth in the frame and then disappears. Through multiple frames, had to be there for hours for this to take place.
UFO hunters claim another huge alien mothership is draining sun of energy in NASA images. UFO hunters bizarrely claim to have spotted another huge alien mothership draining solar energy from the sun in official NASA pictures. The US Space Agency last week released footage of a massive solar flare, with flying saucer spotters now claiming the image contains a gigantic UFO. Published on YouTube, claims the footage of a UFO, apparently refueling near the sun, has been supported. Scott C. Waring, editor of website UFO Daily Sightings. StreetCap1, who posted the video online, commented underneath, "This object has structure, and for NASA to dismiss it as nothing is an insult to people's intelligence. If they post data, then they must expect UFO hunters to find anomalies and share them." Mr. Waring added, "This UFO is awesome. Every time I try to ask NASA about these UFOs on Twitter, they ignore me. They have never answered and refuse to talk about these giant UFOs near our sun. These craft sometimes are even moon size. This one look like it's about the size of the US state of Idaho, yet does NASA care?" Mr. Waring is convinced UFOs are gigantic solar guzzlers and has previously said, 2. Aliens are sending massive ships to suck our sun's energy.